Good afternoon, students. Last class we all studied trial balance. More sum I am explained clearly. Please again one time you clearly watch the video. A trial balance. Trial balance means a statement of debit and credit balance. The trial balance is a balance of ledger. Balance of ledger. The trial balance both sides, debit side and credit side, both sides are equal only. Debit and credit side. Two important point. Everybody you note it down these 2 points. Debit side, asset and expense oriented content only you enter in debit side. Asset oriented content means machine, purchase plant, computer, land, opening stock, closing stock, that is asset oriented content. Next one, credit side. Credit side means debit, capital, liability, revenue. This oriented content you enter into the credit side. The credit side, one is highest total, one side is lowest total, means your sum is wrong only. The both sides of debit and credit side, both sides are equal only. Reflection equal only means your sums only correct. Okay. Today we all learn about new lesson, subsidiary book 1. The subsidiary book, 4 types of subsidiary book. Purchase book, sales book, purchase return book, sales return book. 4 types of subsidiary book. Introduction. Business entity carrying on the transaction different nature. The types of transaction depends on nature, business and management policy. Many transaction may be a repetitive types. That similar nature of the transaction take place and repeatedly in a business entity. Therefore, the transaction can be classified group conveniently according to this nature. Generally, the transactions are 2 types: cash and non-cash transaction. Credit, cash receipt and payment can be grouped in one category and credit transaction another category. Thus, in practice, for easy, convenient, speed and appropriate maintenance of accounts, the main journal and subdivided into such of with a separate book of used for each category or group of transaction which are a repetitive and sufficiently large in numbers. Each subdivisions of the book, special journal and book of primary record or book of primary entry or book of subsidiary book. Journal entries are not paused when a records are made a subsidiary book. When journal is the book only book. The prime entry is possible for only of the bookkeeper to enter a transaction in it at a time. In a case of business entity having a large volume of transaction, one person cannot do all the recording work by himself. There is a need for subdivisions of bookkeeping work leading into the subdivisions of journal into the part of or subsidiary journal. Many journal entries you write which one is incoming, which one is outgoing, only you will enter in journal. But ledger is subdivisions. Each entry subdivision. Cash is separate, sales separate, purchase separate, sales return, purchase return, ROMO account, capital account. This subdivisions of account. The subdivisions of journal into part of the parts or subsidiary journals. Same that method only followed the subsidiary book. Listen students, easy only. Next one, Meaning of subsidiary book. Subsidiary book are subdivisions of journal in each which transactions similar nature are recorded. These are books of primary entry. In, Instead of recording on one journal, the transaction are recorded in number of prescribed books. Types of subsidiary book. Next one. The number of subsidiary books may vary according to the requirements of each business based on the nature of business and volume of transaction. The following subsidiary are maintained. Transaction is cash transaction and credit transaction. Cash transaction mean only you write cash book. But credit transaction, purchase book, purchase return, sales return book, bill receivable, bill pay book, and journal book. These are credit transaction. Listen, students, you enter only credit. You credit one word is mentioned mean that entry only you use to journal. Subsidiary book for entering a cash transaction, cash book. Subsidiary book, special journal to entering non-cash transaction. Purchase book or purchase journal for recording a only credit purchase of goods which the trade dealers. Next one, sales book. Sales book or sales journal for recording only a credit sale of goods and delayed by the trader. Purchase return is return outwards book. Is recording to goods purchased by trade for which no cash is immediately received. Sales return is return inwards book. For recording the goods transacted the bill by customers which of cash which no cash is immediately paid. Bills receivable book to be recorded bill drawn on promissory note received. Bills payable book recorded all aspects to primary notes given. Journal proper. The journal or all purposes of journal or to recorded a transaction which do not find out the place of the above 7 subsidiary books. Listen, students, you write only credit purchase, credit sale, sales of return, purchase return. You write only credit, only you use the word of credit. Very, very important this book. Next one. First I explained 4 types of journal. Purchase book, sales book, purchase return, sales return. Listen, students, this sums is only you write single page only. You write single page only. This is a format of you write the book, date, particulars, invoice is that is a small one you marked in one small column in particular. Next LF, debit column, credit column as usual. You particulars you allotted one small column is that is invoice number. Listen, students. Purchase book. Purchase book is a subsidiary book in which only a credit purchase of goods are recorded. Purchase book is a subsidiary book. Credit purchase only you recorded. When purchase want to know information about the credit purchase goods at a glance, information can be made available if purchase of goods and credit are separately recorded. Next, goods her means the items of which the business entity is dealing. In other words, in the items of which is purchased for regular sale For example, furniture will be treated as goods in the case of firm dealing in furniture. In other word, a firm which are not dealing a furniture in will be asset. Hence, while in a recording transaction, the purchase of book is must be ascertained whether the credit purchase is related in the items in who is the firm is dealing purchase of assets and purchase of goods for cash are not entered in the purchase book. Some purchase books are you not enter in the cash purchase. Do not cash purchase. Some goods is cash purchase of only cash purchase and other credit purchase means credit purchase only you enter the book. Cash purchase do not enter. Okay, next the format of purchase book. I explain first one date. The next one particulars. In this column of the name of the suppliers from whom goods have been purchased and detail of goods and purchase are given. It contains the name, quality, quantity, and the rate of the goods purchased, trade discounts, and any other specification and specialities of goods are recorded in this column. Listen, students, particulars, content name, quantity, quality, and trade discount. You underline everybody. Listen, students, everybody underline these 4 words. Next, invoice. Invoice in the statement of prepared by a seller of goods. It contains details about the goods, its price and other expense incurred. The invoice number of the entered in this column. Invoice means particular date, particulars. Third column is invoice. You enter only small column only you enter. That is one number you put enter the invoice number. Next one ledger folio. The page number of the ledger in this which the supplier's account appears is recorded in this column. Purchase of goods must be posted to the personal account of suppliers. Purchase contains the page number of supplier's account in the ledger. It helps in this posting and also in the checking the records. Ledger folio is you enter the some page numbers. This purchase book you oriented, another book you created, you write means that easy to identify. That is put page number, that is ledger folio. Next one amount. You enter the top column amount divided to debit details. Next one total. Debit and credit columns only you put debit and total. The amount column is divided into 2 parts, that is total, details and total. The details column is used to record the amount of various individual item purchased from particular suppliers. The amount of trade discount allowed is deducted. This column used for adjustment of additional and subtraction. Additional and subtraction. Listen students, detail column you enter some different quantity. 10 quantity is grinder, 10 quantity is mixie. You enter the amount, some percentage of discount you means the total. Next you less subtraction discount amount. Final answer only you put right in the total column. Okay students, some service tax or GST, some discount you write and total value column. The details is you add or subtraction. Final answer only you put right in this total column. Do not write directly, do not write. Listen one or two times, you question, you read. Any discount or any service tax or any convenience charges, any extra auto fare. That charges means you add or subtraction. Full final answer you put only, you write total column. Next one, the total amount column. The net amount payable to the suppliers of goods is recorded in the total amount column. Net answer, correct value answer only you write in the total column. Okay students, listen the last week class trial balance, everybody you write classwork in all sums. All sums I finished. Listen students, clearly you watch this today 2 videos. Everybody watch this 2 videos. Okay, thank you students. Next class we will discuss first sum. Okay, thank you students.